absolutely. Well, this was the most devastating thing. And, you know, I did write the book thinking this is going to be fun. It's all going to be childhood and adolescence, and it's going to be great because I'm going to remember what Mum used to be like before she got sick. But by the time I'd sort of written it, all these publishers kind of knocked me back, and finally one sort of said, oh, okay, well, we'll consider it if you write the ending with your mother getting sick. And I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to write about this, I'm going to write the absolute bare bones truth and tell honestly what it's like to lose someone you love to dementia. Because, you know, Mum got diagnosed with Alzheimer's when she was 68, and I was there in the doctor's surgery when she was diagnosed, and it was all sort of, I thought, oh, this is all awful, like I'm in a nightmare. But I really didn't have any experience with Alzheimer's, and I didn't know what we were in for at all. And so in many respects, you know, I think my father was having health issues at the time too, and sort of having physical kind of problems, and so I thought I was sort of worried about him. But really, Mum kind of looked and talked and walked and sort of was sort of acting the same but a bit different and stuff, and so it really went undiagnosed for such a long time because she was sort of so ditzy and used to get away with sort of saying mad kind of things, which is why I kind of gave her the nickname Ninny, for short for nincompoop, when she became a grandmother when I had kids, sort of thing. So it did go undiagnosed sort of, and then I just suddenly, when she came to stay with me, realised how terribly sick she was, and it was the hardest thing I've ever been through, sort of having my mother stay during those few weeks. Oh, look, the only blessing in the whole situation is that Mum doesn't know anything. She really is just sort of almost like a child now, I think, who just kind of lies there and stuff and has to be sort of fed and bathed and clothed. And, you know, I just sort of, you know, lean in and sort of, you know, I can't even whisper into her ear. I've sort of got to shout in there and say, hi, Mum, sort of trying to get some sort of a reaction. But you know, she's out of reach, and it's just tragic. And the other thing, I mean, I just find it absolutely amazing that, you know, dementia is now the second biggest killer in Australia, and it's the first biggest killer if you're a woman, and there's 450,000 people living with dementia in Australia, and it's not something that is over in a couple of years. Like, Mum's been now in full-time care for 10 years, and she turned 80 this year, and I really had to just pinch myself and sort of go, gosh, I've been going through life for a really long time now saying it's going to get better, this is just a bit of a hard patch. And it's like, wow, 10 years is a real chunk of life.